valid point, that is. They'll be desperate to win it today here, Everton, and deprive Liverpool of that double. Well, that's what's been going on inside the stadium. Let's look outside the stadium once again now, and I still think there's a bit of a disturbance going on.
No, it's a London spectacle, isn't it? The Wembley FA Cup final, and if they ain't a London team playing, ought to make them play it up north. They'll come down here with their marauding mobs, making a mess in London with their empty beer cans and their crisp packets, and being sick in everybody's front garden. It's us who has to clear it up. It's our bloody rates has to pay for clearing it up after they've gone, innit? Not their bloody rates. They don't pay rates up in Liverpool, do they? Liverpool Town Council, you bolshy bastards. I see Her Majesty the Queen don't come down anymore, do she? You can't blame her, really, can you? If one of her London teams playing, well, she might show a bit more interest, but not with the uncouth scarce lot playing. Can't expect her to sit up there in a raw box and listen to that sort of bloody language. The players I'm talking about, not the supporters, the bloody players, effing and blinding. Got to make them wash their mouths out with carbolic. But better still, give the referee a cane, let him whack him across the bare legs with it. That's all right for Philip. I mean, he's heard a bit of language in the Royal Navy, hasn't he? But even your Navy's not as bad as this lot. I'll bet the Queen's told the FA, said, you can stick your football. If West Ham, my Uncle David's team ain't playing, the Duke of Windsor, God rest his soul, I don't want to watch no northern rubbish. I've got better things to do with my Saturday afternoon. I've got Philip take me up Safeways. I'm coming down there to see them bloody scar-skits. Hooligans, isn't they? They've got us banned out of Europe. Here, did you see that European Cup final the other night on the telly? Pathetic, wasn't it, eh? 90 minutes, they couldn't score one bleeding goal. And they couldn't even score the penalties. Not a European Cup without us, is it? It's a bloody Wogs Cup, isn't it? Hey, and all because of a load of drunken scar-skits, we're banned out of Europe. They didn't want us banned out of Europe when Adolf Hitler was about, did they? No, it was all voulez-vous, Tommy, and parley avec moi ce soir, Tommy, and come and liberate us, Tommy. Now it's all piss off, Tommy, innit? Would have left them to Adolf Hitler. He'd have given them soccer hooligans, all right. Oh, blimey. I'll tell you something else. If old Gorbachev starts and the bloody Ruskies start, it'll all be, come back, Tommy, all is forgiven. And all because of a load of bloody scar-skits who couldn't hold their duty-free liquor. Look, they brand them. Look, get a branding on them. Brand them for life. Brand them because the foreign soccer hooligans, muggers, rapists, unemployed, unemployable. So when we see them, we can whack them. And we know who they are, we can kick them and castrate them. And... Oh, Christ. Oh. So, don't want to finish it all here. Bloody Scouse Cup final, do we? It's better. Ooh. Old Scottish remedy, that is. Alternative medicine. Brewed up in your islands, that is. As remedy for raw mornings and even colder nights. Why your job put it in a porridge, isn't it? You've got nothing on but a kilt. You want something warming going down there, don't you? Good health. Up your hammers!
Well, we always like to give you a nice level-headed point of view on the day of the big occasion. Well,
you feel that atmosphere building?
I can, yeah.
Can you
feel it, yeah.
Yeah. Marvellous, isn't it?
Oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah, you close your eyes, you can almost hear the famous roar of the cop, can't you?
Yeah, I know. They're all shouting at me, those policemen. Get back on the pavement there.
No, I'm talking about the supporters.
Oh, yeah.
You cop the supporters.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're marvellous supporters of Liverpool.
They are, they're marvellous, they are.
They've got great humour.
They've got a sense of humour.
Exactly,
That's the whole thing about Liverpool, isn't it? Because in Liverpool...
In Liverpool, they are all comedians.
Yeah, I mean, except for Jimmy Tarbuck, obviously, you know, but I mean, all the comedians come from there, don't they? There's,
Arthur Askey.
Yeah, God rest his soul, yeah. And there's...
Ken Dodd.
Ken Dodd, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
And
Stan Boredom.
Yeah, him as well, and Joan Rivers, of course.
She's a very funny lady.
And what's his name?
Derek Atton.
Yeah, he's a funny man as well, isn't
makes
he?
me laugh, anyway.
He does, yeah. What, do you think he'll be there today, then?
Well, he's bound to be there, with the rest of the council, undoubtedly lobbying toilet rolls into the royal box.
So, yeah. And you think they'll be there as well, then, the royalty, do you?
Well, of course they'll be there. Of course they will. I mean, they sponsor Liverpool, don't they?
Oh, do they?
Of course they... You read it? Crown?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think that is?
I didn't know that.
I mean, Queen. I mean, the Queen, she's a great supporter.
Is she?
Yeah, she's always down the Orient, you know.
Is she?
Well, she's a season ticket holder down
right,
there.
Yeah.
Prince Philip, obviously, well, I mean, he used to play for Corfu United.
Did he really? Yeah.
And Andrew.
Yeah.
Very big Bristol man.
Oh, really? Yes, I've heard that. I have, yeah. Yes. Mind you, these days, like, I think he'd be supposed to be playing home fixtures only this time.
I would think so.
I think so, yeah.
From now on,
So what do you think's going to happen then in the old match then? I mean,
I think the game will be won or lost in the midfield.
Really? So they'll have to move the goalposts up, you think, to sort of accommodate that, really, in some way, will they?
No, it'll be a midfield battle.
Oh, I see.
I mean, obviously, the goals are important.
I think they are. Right. Yeah.
And the goalkeepers as ever.
With that bloke, what's his name? That bloke? Bruce. Bruce Grovel.
Bruce Grovelbar.
Yeah.
Grovelbar.
Oh, he's a funny bloke, and he don't you think?
He's what the press. He's actually what the press call a bit of a character.
Is he? Yeah.
Good for a laugh.
Yeah, because he lets in all them soft goals.
That's
probably.
Right.
Yeah, but they're funny, aren't they? That's the Liverpool people, really. Yeah.
But you see, it's what, in the end, it's what David Coleman always used to say.
Yeah, what was
It's
that?
all about 11 players playing another 11 players for 90 minutes on a football pitch.
That's right, yeah. And that's what David Coleman said, is it?
About basketball, yeah.
Did he? Yeah.
But
you've got to be quick, haven't you? Don't you think, like, to be a commentator?
I've got a lot of respect for the commentators.
They have to, like, on...
For example, you imagine.
That's right.
Let's say Liverpool go on the attack.
That's right, yeah, that's
now,
right.
You can't hang around.
No.
Quick as a flash.
Yeah.
You go, Liverpool are on the attack.
Like that, yeah. Like that,
You've got to say...
straight away. Like, and if somebody makes a pass, say...
if somebody makes a pass to somebody else, like, let's say Peter Reid to Gary Lineker.
For sake of argument,
right. They can't hang about. They've got to go... Oh, and Peter Reid has passed to Gary Lineker.
Yeah, that's right.
Like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Straight away, right. Like
Marvellous.
And then if a goal is scored...
Oh, it's a goal.
Oh, it's a goal. Oh, what a goal. Oh, what a goal.
Oh, that is a goal. Wow.
It's a gift, isn't it? It's a talent.
Well, it's marvellous.
I mean, I couldn't do it. I know that.
Well, no, you certainly couldn't.
No, you obviously couldn't do it. That's the way it is, yeah. But I'll tell you something else. I hate football, you know. I mean, you see, that's my trouble. I don't understand it, of the game. I don't know what's going on, and, you know, frankly, I don't find it very interesting.
Yeah, but you're a Cardiff supporter, aren't you?
Yeah, but don't you think that is important then? You think that makes a difference to you?
Well, yeah, because, I mean, today it's a football game, see?
Oh, I see.
John Watson will have been picking up a few tips there, I expect. And here at Wembley, of course, we're about 25 minutes away from, just over 25 minutes away from kick-off now. You don't really have this kind of atmosphere in a Spanish Cup final, do you? You played in it this year, and it's a big occasion for the two clubs involved, but not a sort of great
That's right. I don't
occasion.
think there's anywhere really in Europe with it. For the European teams mostly, it's the league, and that's it. And the cups, of course, have been interesting, as you say. The two teams involved are very exciting, but England is an occasion on its own. Everybody, not just the two teams, are involved today in the week's build-up. It's the thrill of the year. It's an occasion and a half. I think so you can't beat an English Cup final.
You played here in the '67 final, which was, I think, the first All-London, was it?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Wembley Spurs against Chelsea.
That's right.
Have this, I mean, the incentive is great anyway in the FA Cup final, but it's especially so this year, isn't it? Because they would rather like Liverpool not to accomplish that elusive
double. That fact, plus the fact that if they don't win today, then the cup is bare for them, so to speak, this year. And having won so many trophies over the last couple of years, Des, I know that they'll be going all out. I think that just might be the deciding factor today. The fact that, I know we're talking about Liverpool, that they might be a bit more relaxed today because they've won the league, and they might be able to go out and play and express themselves. But I think that, you know, the edge, the wanting to actually win it, physically go and grab it and get your hands on it, I think that just might be in Everton's favour today. And that might just be the
last night, weren't we? We've been over it a million times, you know, what can win it for Everton, what can win it for Liverpool. And it keeps boiling back to, you know, he's saying Everton are desperate. Everton are desperate. I think
extra time. Well, we just talked about earlier, all Kerry's hoping is it doesn't go to penalties this afternoon.
You could probably sign a couple of penalty takers with that.
I think
it's going to. I agree with the lads. Well, we're all hoping desperately that it's going to be. There's packed with talent, both teams, and they're not teams, as you said earlier, like that have come from the second or the lower end where they're struggling and fighting like mad. They're accomplished. They know what they've got to do, and I think that they should just release themselves today and give it a fix for everyone to play.
They've been the best two sides. Liverpool have been the best English side for 20 years, without a shadow of doubt. And Everton over the last 2 years have come through and they've won, as Andy said, they've won trophy after trophy after trophy. And we've got our best two teams playing in the biggest occasion in the world as far as football's concerned. As Terry said, you know, I mean, everybody looks to the English Cup final because it's the masterpiece, it's the showpiece of everything. And it's got to be a cracker. I hope it's...
Yeah, the trouble is, looking on the other side, we've said that so many years.
Right, yeah.
And what we've got to remember is, although we're saying, look, we've got the Reds and the Blues to get wouldn't it be great if we could say, like, let it go and let's have a feast of fun. But at the end of the day, they both want to win. They're both going to be a little cagey early on. That's why it's important, a fairly early goal, to make one really go for it and the other one then might catch them on the break, and then it's going to open to a good game. But you never know. This is the beauty of it, and is to wait and see and just sit with our fingers crossed and hope it goes well.
The two games they've played this season, they've had goals in them. You know, 3-2.
But they've not been cup finals.
No, but I'm saying the ability to score goals is there.
But the thing is, in that way, that we know, I mean, that's without doubt anyway, there's the ability to score goals. But if they lose, they can attack it in a league game and put it right the next week. They've got it here, they know it's a one-off, and they've got to sit there. And there's so many other reasons involved for wanting to win for both teams.
Goalkeepers win and lose matches at Wembley and in Wembley Cup finals, don't they? And we're talking about a young man who's inexperienced here, and we're talking about Grobbelaar, who was slated early on in the year by many people, wasn't he? But in the end, when you look at it, he's had a terrific season as it's turned.
I saw Bruce play a couple of times this year, and early doors he was making mistake after mistake, coming too far, coming too short, going over his head, and yet in the same games he was making saves that were incredible to us. Honest, I'm not joking you. He would get to goals, or he'd get to shots that Ray Clemence never got to. And Ray was a great goalkeeper.
Just interrupting you for a second, I mean, the throng inside the stadium is as expected, wonderful scenes, but just take a look outside, and I'm told that there are thousands still outside.
I made hundreds of thousands today looking for tickets off of me earlier when I was...
That fella's not causing trouble again, is he? Al Garner.
They've come down from Merseyside just to sample the atmosphere and say, I suppose, that they were at Wembley anyway.
That's right. I think that in the World Cup final a couple of years ago they did that. People come down and sat outside. The transistors and the little portable TVs and all that. Yeah, I was at Wembley. I wasn't inside, but I was outside. I think that's the type of people that the Scousers are, though. I mean, they're a breed apart when it comes to football.
We better say hello to them all out there if they're watching on their little television sets and hope they have a good day.
I think today no one's quite sure how. I don't think anyone's quite sure how Liverpool will play.
Well, shortly we'll be hearing from our match commentators Jimmy Hill and John Motson, but first it'll be Abide With Me.